Leonardo da Vinci is widely considered one of the most diversely talented individuals to ever walk this planet. This guy was everything you can think about. This guy was a musician. This guy was a scientist. This guy was a sculptor. This guy was a painter. This guy was a designer. This guy was an architect. I mean, like, you name it. This guy was it all. In fact, one of the most interesting thing about Da Vinci is that he kept a journal. But for me, what really interested me in trying to learn about Da Vinci is how he kept one journal for everything. Like, all these skills he had, all these life exploration, he put them in one journal. So besides Da Vinci keeping a journal, almost every genius of the past kept a journal. And yes, journaling is not for geniuses or scientists or designers only. In fact, I think about journaling as a tool of self-exploration or expression. And the closest thing I can relate journaling to is, talking to yourself, like if that's something you do. When I first got into it, I didn't see myself really journaling. But in 2015, I think I took it serious when I first got my junior role as a graphic designer at an agency. And I want to share with you some of my journaling experiences and how journaling has helped me improve my life. So first things first, I'm gonna review my archives and pull out my first journal at the agency. I think I don't remember whether I had a journal, but yeah, we'll see. Let me first check all these old boxes and see whether I can find something that looks like a journal. There's something unique here. So I think back in 2000, I don't remember, like 2012, I wanted to get into training. I don't know whether you guys can see it. So I started like piloting all these courses online and repackaged them, and I was selling them as DVDs. So yeah, for those of you guys who are entrepreneurs, I was an entrepreneur too. I used to do a lot of things to try and make money. So I used to sell this to university students who were doing, I think, engineering or something. So this is it. As you can see, quite a lot of them. We looking at 2015 to 2022. Of course, when I first joined the agency, surprisingly, I figured out how to have a sketchbook, and on top of that, I figured out how to have more of a thing I used for my to-do. It could be one of these, but so this was mainly my sketchbook. So what I call it was thumbnail sketches. So I think, as you can see, it was mainly just me going over different ideas. I enjoyed the times at the agency. I sketched even like t-shirt designs as it is quick. So this is from 2015 to 2018. So let me go through this one. This looks like one of those classic books. Let's see what's in this. So this is 2018, and one thing I learned from this book is mainly the way I used to take, notes of what I have to do every day. And me looking at it, it's a bit really cliched. So it was just like me waking up and say, okay, what am I going to do, this day? And then I just like write everything in a list, to do kind of format. And it wasn't like really special. And I think the one thing that I can say, like this idea of having goals for the month started, way back. That is really way back 2018. I was, starting to take this serious and wanting to always like have some goals set for the month before the month begins. So this is when the idea of having like goals set ahead of the month, and then working on checking off one goal at a time. I think it started way back in 2017, coming to 2018. So same thing. You lead the month with some goals. This is the month of March, and then this is the month of April, and then like just start working like that to check off these goals of the month. And I think observing what I used to do here was I did journal down all the notes. So I kicked off like with setting goals for the entire year. As you can see, it was mainly what are you trying to achieve throughout the year. So when you go back a bit, you can see that this was, I think, 2018. At the end of the month, I had something called the status update. So in the status update, I just write things I've managed to get done and things I didn't get done. I think this is when the idea of like keeping one journal for everything started emerging, compared to the first time when I just joined the agency. I used to have like different journals for different things, but you can see within the same journal, I kept my to-dos. But within the same journal, I also like did some like UI sketches and wireframes. When you come at the back's where I think I kept my notes, learning notes. When I learn something, I used to organize my notes so that I can really come in and learn from my notes really fast without struggling. So the next thing here is. I think when this is out of the way, we can check this whether there's something to learn from here. There's nothing really serious here. Like this is me learning how to use a journal, I think in my early days. Then into this one, okay. Same thing, nothing fancy. So I think at the agency, so 2017, let me see, 2016. So 2016, let me see how 2016 looked like. More ideas. This is where I kept my ideas mostly. It was more of like just like random thought. So there's nothing really fancy there. Let me see this. Do we have anything fancy in this one? I think also this was for random thoughts. So you can see I have some budgeting work done here. Before I bought something, I had to really figure out like how much money I needed. Like I think here I wanted to buy MacBook Pro, Apple mouse, glasses, and external drives. So all this is just done in your journal. So your journal helps you really do all this. So this is, I think, 2017. Okay. I think random thoughts, nothing fancy. So I think, look at this. So I think I started taking journaling seriously. So I picked on some ideas of how to really best bookmark your work. So you can see this entire page is, I think I was learning about the branding process of breaking it down. And I have like some notes. So this is more of like the summary of whatever is on the page. Same thing goes to all other things I wanted to learn over time. So I think this one was full of it to do. I think looking at this, these are the days when I was struggling with my to-do list. So you can see like I had like about 5 brands. I had like this one. This was the brand I was working on, Uganda Securities Exchange. This was a brand I was working on. They're called Peleo. And then this was a brand I was working on. Another brand. So about like 5 brands in a row. So like you have to be really organized to be able to do all this without going running mad. So this is my first attempt to having a proper to do for each brand. Wow. So looking back to this, it's honestly me learning how to really journal, and like so much stuff I've learned, but one thing for sure that stands up is I explore different ideas to see how best to always get work done through my journaling. So fast forward to 2018, when I quit my job, I bought this off Amazon. So if you're interested in this kind of book, I'll put a link for you in the description. But yeah, I think this is me now taking journaling seriously. And when you look at this book, one thing for fact, I started realizing that there was no need for me to separate my journaling book, sketching book, and where I put my to-do for the daily. So I started merging these things. So you can see here there is some sketches, sketches, as you can see. And then you can see that like it's compiled with a to-do list. Same format, like 2 columns, 1 column, then the other column is more of like progress update, like, and it's just like me going through different ideas on how to best like organize my to-do, and random thoughts. When I meet a client, I just pull out the same book and journal all the feedback the client gives me. So when you go at the back of the page, I think this is where I did some writing at the back of the book. As you can see, just these are YouTube ideas I did. This is me now just writing and putting together my ideas in the notebook right there, as you can see. So it was always like this one book I had for everything. Now the ideas started sound like from this book now to the new book, like same process. I document. I first start off with the month, and then like some goals, and then random note taking, sketches, and all that fun stuff. Okay, it's the same thing, like nothing has changed over time. So this was more of like my secret diary. Like this is what I keep for random ideas that I don't want to be moving with around. You should keep something like this that you hide away. No one should see your random thoughts. And it's still empty, like there's not a lot of things, but then there's quite some ideas in it. So in conclusion, I'll leave you with a piece of advice. If you want to get into journaling, the best advice I can give you is to keep it simple. I mean, why would you complex it if a genius like Da Vinci kept it simple? So keep it simple like Da Vinci. Thanks for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video. Don't forget to ask me about anything in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next one, and also you can buy me a cup of coffee if that is okay with you. There is a link in the description. But yeah, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one. No, that won't work.